Hey everyone, thank you for joining me to today's video and welcome, because today we're going to talk about Bitcoin's price. We're going to have a small recap on the FTT token, SBF, what this will do to the space. If you haven't watched that full detail, well, it wasn't as detailed because it was literally like 2 hours after the news was out, so make sure to check that video right here. And we're going to talk about the technicals on Bitcoin. We're bouncing at a pretty critical place here for Bitcoin. As I mentioned in, I think 2-3 videos ago, we would retest back to this area and it would be very healthy, and we could potentially, if we bounce up with volume, we could go to the new resistance lines, which would be very bullish for Bitcoin. However, I think the SBF and FTX deal, changed everything. So we're going to cover that too, but first of all, let's have a look at the technical. So again, on the 4-hourly, we're bouncing from this $20,700 area. In the last video, I mentioned this would be brilliant. We're having let's have a look. The stochastic is flipping upwards in the 4-hourly chart, which is amazing, meaning that momentum can be reversed. If we look at the MACD, wow, okay, so on the 4-hourly we're flipping almost bullish, but the MACD line is still bearish. If we look at the Arun, we're still bearish. However, we do have bullish volume, and I do like this candle pattern because I believe, again, I'm still rusty on my TA. In the next couple of months, trust me, I'll gain up on a lot of knowledge back. Of course, I still go to school and everything, but I will focus more on this in the next month or so. So I believe this was called a Harami candle, and this is a imminent short-term bullish reversal, especially after coming down from this huge bearish continuation. So I do believe we could reverse to potentially back to $21,400, but we could also form a double top, causing us to break down lower. Now, the reason why I think this is, and I should be bullish in normal terms, is TA wise, this looks bullish. If this candle closes like this, potentially looking more like a hammer, a more of a reversal candle in the next 8 hours. I do believe, with volume, we could continue higher. This is bullish. But on the daily, again, stochastic is crossing down, MACD is crossing down. We do have bearish volume because all of this is fueled by the SBF and FTX deal. Now, we did a 9-minute video yesterday, which got, very nice views, which I'm very happy for. See, the entire deal is, right, think of it like this. So SBF has this, he has multiple businesses, of course, and Alameda Research is one of his partner companies, which he does all of his, the trading in, and that's, I believe, is said to make the most money to him, other than FTX. So, Alameda Research, they hold a bunch of tokens, etc. They're said to do marketing, which has no real use cases, and create projects in the Solana ecosystem, and make some money from there. And there's this entire flywheel scheme that they're doing with FTT. Again, all of this is my opinion from the things I have read. Of course, no one has full detailed insight on what is actually going on. All of this, most of it is rumoring, most of it is speculation. So again, make sure to do your own research. Don't take my word, because whatever I'm saying might be completely wrong. It's just from what I have read, this is my own interpretation. This flywheel scheme is, I did show it in yesterday's video, so do make sure to check that out. It's basically, you launch a token, you do the marketing for it, and then you pump the token. Well, the token price then pumps, and then when that pumps, because you own the token and you own the token in your own company as well, your balance sheet looks incredibly profitable, and then you can go to investors and say, look, we're worth $10 billion from the coin we created, and now we're asking to raise capital. Now, this goes against the entirety of moral of the crypto ecosystem, because in the crypto ecosystem, you're trying to get away from this, the corrupt monetary policy where, banks just print money from thin air and then lend it to you and collect interest from you with the money they created out of thin air. The entire crypto system is focused on trying to, well, at least the economical system is trying to, get away from this. However, this is even worse than what is happening. So what this will call is, and SBF has come out here and saying, FTX is doing fine, no need to worry, blah, blah, blah. I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of drama going behind the scenes between CZ and SBF, but what can happen here is, what I'm seeing is, I'm sure there has to be some, there will be investigations personally into FTX, into Alameda Research, because, I mean, you guys do realize FTX and Alameda Research, they're one of the biggest players in the field. And if they turn out to be corrupt, then this is terrible for the system, for the ecosystem. I mean, like 10, 15, 20 times. I mean, maybe way more. It'll have a huge negative impact compared to Voyager and Celsius, etc. So if this happens, prices will tank, in my opinion, because, not financial advice, because, I mean, it will show again once more. We have a lot of, there's a lot of bad reputation in crypto, especially in the last couple of months. In the bear market, people getting liquidated, empty GOX, and a lot of different scams, right? And this will cause a lot of selling pressure. It will show institutions that, crypto is not a safe place yet. It will create a lot of FUD and potentially be the fundamental factor that pushes us down to around $14,000 and break down from this descending triangle. I'm trying to mix fundamentals and TA at the same time here. But if this happens, it shows that there's still need for mass regulation. It's still not a entirely safe place for big institutional firms to be investing in this space. So, a lot of stuff can happen legally. A lot of regulation can change. The current tokenomics of a lot of projects, they will probably be, fined and prosecuted, because if we have these tokenomic structures still in place where people can create these types of schemes as said to be, this will keep on going forever and ever. So I do believe we're looking at a lot of regulation coming into place, which will put a lot of FUD and a lot of pressure in the crypto markets alongside the bearishness of the S&P. And by the way, the midterms tomorrow is something to look at, because if the Republican Party takes control, I do believe we will see a increased economic output. Because of, of course, the dollar, the oil, etc. The Republican Party seem to be better in terms of that, in terms of the economy. So I do believe potentially the markets could pump a little bit, and Bitcoin could follow to potentially the next resistance, 22.3K or 24.3K. But in the grand scheme of things, I mean, I do believe, again, they're going to go after this entire FTX thing, and there's going to be a lot of FUD in the market. So that is what I believe will happen. If we look at liquidations, by the way, a lot of money has been transferred out of FTX alongside the FUD. There's a lot of liquidations in the last 24 hours, $148 million in liquidations. Crypto Fear and Greed Index is at 33, still at fear. If we look at the Bitcoin rainbow chart, then we can see that we're still on basically a fire scale. This is basically based on regressional channels on the logarithmic chart. I will do a video on this because this is a very cool indicator. However, if we break down below here, oh boy, that is not nice. We have not breaking down from this like a very small wick downwards, but other than that, it has never happened. So this is very, very, very scary too. So looking at the crypto bubbles index, Matic is pumping. Don't know what this is. Hex is falling down. Aptos is continuing to sink down. FTT, of course, is falling down like crazy. The reason why it's holding this $22 area is majorly because the head of Alameda Research, Caroline, went ahead and said, okay, CZ, if you want to dump your $560-something million in FTT tokens, Alameda Research is ready to purchase it from you at $22 fixed. But again, a lot of conspiracy theories, regarding the amount of liquid assets they hold, regarding if Alameda Research is insolvent. So make sure to go ahead and do your own research. And again, don't trust what one single person says, especially in these news, because the public doesn't have concrete evidence on what is happening here. Again, it's a lot of speculation and a lot of things happening back to back, so make sure to do your own research. But other than that, thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. So thank you, and hope to see you guys in the next video. Take care. Bye bye.